Hello everybody, my name is Merc and we're playing Blueprints back once again, day 43. Discord decided to pop up something the moment I started recording, and I don't think it ever has done that before, so I was a little confused. Excited to get back into the game. I did not go through my stuff. I very much said I would. I always say that. This is like me and Mario 64 16-star practice. Talk about practice? Talking about organizing your notes? Nah. What we do is we go back in and we run it. We get 20 extra steps from the sauna, in addition to, of course, our orchard. We go check out the outer room with our allowance. $41 to start each day is nothing to sneeze at. That's for certain. Let's see what we got here. One of the things we are missing, we need to do is finish school. And once again, no school here. Root cellar's pretty boring, so is tool shed. I like how it shows you like the wrench right there too. Be like, ooh, if you want the wrench, it's right there. Do we take tomb? Each time we draft a dead end in your house, spread $5. Go down there and get some money. And as well as the dice over here. Gotta remember that that's a thing because we opened this secret passageway. I guess the candles are no longer lit, fam. Don't know what's up with that. Don't think there's anything else here. Actually, wait, there's the key. Clara Epson's diary key. Once again, the candles are not lit anymore. I thought they stayed lit. At least they did in the chapel, did they not? We have a dig spot there. Once again, these red candles, their purpose eluding me. Last time we were down here with fire, it seemed like you can only light the candles with ruby inlets on their candlesticks. And $5 for our trouble. And that's right, we actually want to open up this passageway probably. And in fact, if we're going down here, maybe we just hit the switch, right? For the sanctum? In the sanctum, rather? Wasting some steps. Theoretically, this could be saving us steps in future. Have you thought of that? I'm trying to, I guess if we have to leave this way if we go through this. Because we can't go up through the elevator path over there. And the fountain path is perpetually blocked. Okay, we're here, so we're gonna do it. As quickly as plausible. Run, Simon, get your steps in. Good morning. It is time. Excuse me? Did someone mess with my save? Did I mess with my save? Why is it over there? I guess we're not hitting that. I guess we wasted these steps for no reason. That said, we had sauna, you know, like I'm not too upset. We need to keep that minecart the way it is though. So there's that other passage that leads to chess back there. But of course we could just take chess, we could go to the elevator instead. Again, I'm confused as to why you could turn off the valves for that elevator. I guess because it's a valve and that's how they work. But, you know what I mean? Alright. Tomb has been explored. Now, since we're wasting steps, why not waste even more? You may think that that's a terrible fallacy, and it probably is. But I want to see some things. First, I guess we're going to glance in here for a moment. We do have our 2 microchippies. Yum yum. There's this accursed note, or whatever it could possibly mean. You know what it means? It's 1 gorilla versus 100 men. No comment. No comment on that, okay? And then we got like Bo Lee. Lee B. Welcome to Blackbridge, Bo. Who even are you? No one knows. This is like the first we've seen of the name Bo Lee has been in a new clue. We also have that other weird thing in... I guess I didn't need to check that again. In the orchard. And none of this is new information. Okay, wait, actually, let's read through this again just real quickly. Account created in 86, January 20th. Last login was like a week before the game starts. Oh, no. A couple months before the game starts. I think this is wrong, though, because he has other logs. I guess he didn't log into this terminal, is what this means. Lab technician. Set up the estate terminals in Blackbridge network. Assistant lab technician. Recent transfer of Cinca. Trust with full admin privileges. Her account was created earlier this year in the summer. June 22nd. She logged in a month prior to Randolph. We got Anne. She hasn't logged in for a couple of years. Makes sense. His account was created in 88. Why did he have an account in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, sure, you gave the Baron's trusted valet his account for temporary reasons, right? Temporary emergency reasons, would say. Suitable assistant admin. And I guess that's supposed to be Kimberly, I believe her name is Kimberly Thompson. Something like that. Plus 3 additional delisted admin keys. So we're still missing 2 of those. And we're not going to find anything new here. 86 is when the project starts. And then now the logs are from Lee again. From Bo. Prov C and Hoon Yu. Sorry, I'm just quickly reading through this again. I don't want to necessarily dictate it. I have already. They're going to meet in the safe house. Camping out in the schoolhouse. See, the schoolhouse is one of the things that we want to go to for a number of reasons. And this is like 6 years ago. And this is also confusing because it says Prov C, Hoon Yu, and Lee B delisted and deleted from user database. Okay, sure. But why can I log into Lee B but not the other 2? And these are just standard. Admin key deactivated. I thought we already knew about that. Updated user database. So we have like new logs for logging into Bo Lee. I just realized us looking at this is going to mean that this YouTube auto-generated thumbnail is gonna be a bit sketchy. And what's interesting is Bo Lee doesn't have these first admin logs. Like it's confusing me. I don't understand why it's like that. And then we don't see the other logs. I guess these deleted logs are them talking. Sorry, I guess this is something I should go through on my own time. This is part of the homework, quote unquote. But I do believe there are 2 more admin keys that we're missing, but I have no idea what they accomplished, because let's be real, what did the Lee B key even accomplish for us? Like, did it quite literally do nothing besides give us some like information? But even then, it was like the least amount of information in a way. It's them explaining the dang minecart in there. I don't expect us to find anything, but apologies, I must to sate my curiosity. Because these could be considered outer rooms, could they not? I'm assuming they don't want us going out beyond this picket fence. It's so funny, there's just like a little white picket fence here and it just ends. Definitely need to bring the microchips here. That's good that this is still activated. I have no idea what it's gonna activate. Also, no idea where the last microchip is. That's my problem right now. Is like I have these random leads of things I need to do. Just trying to see the bounds of the world. But I don't exactly know where to even begin to start them. You know what I mean? Room 8 being one of the things we can do that I don't necessarily know where to start. There's also the sanctum keys, and that involves the clock tower, and I have no idea what to do with the clock tower, unfortunately. There's probably references to times, like specific times, but I don't know. Do I want to loiter in the clock tower? Is that the play? Not a big fan of these. Get the whole way out of the pool, I guess. No reason to step inside, so let's go back. Now we're actually playing the game. Wasting our 20 steps out from the sauna, going outside on our nice little jaunt that we just did. Take breaker box early? Maybe breaker box is a little too common. Maybe I regret everything. I feel like just commissary here. Oh, we have diary key, compass, and we have shovel. I should have checked the inventory. Well, we're probably going to go back to the tomb, so it's not that big a deal, I suppose. It's a pretty decent shop. We'll take it. Don't necessarily need the salt shaker, but we don't need the money either. There's a beautiful security. We got the torch and the coat check. I guess we take workshop here. What's on the table? It's a broken lever. Classroom. Would like to go to school, but we go kitchen, I guess, for the door to the right. It's a little weird, but I think it's okay. And then we double back, I think, because we don't actually need to go in there. It's probably not going to have items because it's, I mean, it's definitely not going to have items because it's a shop. Let's open this, I suppose. It's kind of a crazy dining room. Just take reading nook for key, get it out of the pool. Kind of a crappy dead end. Don't necessarily value library as much anymore, which is fair. It's one less room we have to draft if you think about it that way. Let's we probably just go parlor. We need gems. I was thinking about observatory, but I don't want to be left at 0 gems. That leaves us without opportunity. It's an opportunity cost. This is a pretty nice hallway closet, I think. We are getting low on doors, but there's a key card, as well as future investment from the coin purse if we go back to the tomb. Alright, what do we got here? The gems are in a box with a false statement. Only one statement is true. Only one statement is false. I'm gonna say this is true. These two are false. The gems are in here. Because the gems are in a box and a true statement. And only one statement is true. Quick maths. Was it good? Not great. Probably take the den here. Just for the gem. Dining or drawing room gives us a gem, but we're wasting our drafting potential. No trunk. It's kind of sketchy. We need doors, so I think we go courtyard here. And we're hoping for a northern dead end soon. We didn't even take tool shed and we're already kitted with many items. I guess because of commissary, or like rather our allowance with commissary, it kind of like devalues tool shed a little bit. Okay, this is a decent garage, because like I said, I like getting the western edge dead end. So then we can go north and then hopefully wrap back around. Now that I think about it, we have the key card, so we could even just go to the foundation now. Which is kind of crazy to think about. I will think about it further. Let's open this door in courtyard first. Kind of a nice boiler room. Let's do that. I see no reason to step back yet. You know what I mean? Let's try to get as many dead ends as we can, maybe, before we head out. And then maybe we can make some shenanigans happen with the keycard after. Another dead end here. It's kind of what I was asking for, kind of. I wish I could rotate the security. If I could rotate the security, I would take it, but... And we leave that on. Both show. I don't understand this cabinet thing, man. This is another thing that actually kind of upsets me. Because I've brought... Because this is like a fuse box, kind of. It's a breaker box. And they specifically say with the torch items, the fire items, that you can ignite fuses. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I forgot there's usually dirt piles below. It's getting to the point where I might start looking some of these weird things up. Because as much as I'm enjoying the mystery experience, there's like these very, very tiny things that are actually like kind of upsetting me that I don't understand. And it doesn't seem like the game's eager to explain them to me. Getting a little low on gems, but we need the security probably. $16 coins in the tomb. Let's turn up security. Make use of this key card. Go to The RTA. Actually, we should be also probably doing staff services as well. Because, again, we're kind of low on magnifying glasses. I'm concerned we're going to find something and I need it. You know what I mean? That's what's kind of upsetting me about magnifying glasses' existence. Now we go RTA, go laboratory. Like, there's a few items that actually feel like you are needed in every run, and one of them is shovel, and one of them might be magnifying glass, I think. And running shoes is, like, the GOAT. None of these are amazing. I don't want to be drafting red rooms. I don't really want aquariums either. Like, I already flood my deck with hallways as is. Although it is energy sources. That's actually kind of crazy now I think about it. That'll pop off Mechanarium crazy. That's interesting. We could just permanently add 1 gold, but we're at 41. Like, the value of this is very much diminished over time. I don't want to flood the pool with 3 aquariums every time I do something, you know what I mean? Huh. If we could do both of these, that'd be interesting. Because this is not good either, and I really, like, what do I care about the allowance? I want to see if this thing will happen. This sounds ridiculous. But it's got to be something I don't do often. It can't be security doors. And I'm scared of it being trash. It's got to be Apple Aquarium. This seems weird and not great. Not good even. But I want to play around with it, I guess. Because if we can get a couple extra aquariums down, and then place a Mechanarium, that'll be huge. Because remember, my aquarium is a mechanical room now. Didn't even realize there was a security door right there. Hey, speaking of. And usually it comes with a gem. We did turn off power to gym, so gym's not even that bad here. But I guess, like, the only benefit to gym over aquarium is there might be running shoes here. It sucks that aquarium costs a gem. Nothing getting powered up. Do we take walk-in closet for tomb synergy? It's not a bad dead end. If we can get back to kitchen, we might be able to make some stuff happen east side. We do need gems from this walk-in though. And we did get some. As well as a lucky rabbit's foot and some more dice. We need to start using these dice probably. Use them a little more willy-nilly, perhaps. For big doors in a moment such as this. Get a gem back from office. Pantry is an apple. I don't even remember the experiment again. Oh yeah, we get aquariums. Let's, like I said, willy-nilly reroll. Not a terrible pool, I don't think. We are kind of preferring a right way door at the moment. Just to ensure we can get to foundation. I don't see us needing to step back. And also, yeah, we have the trunks here. Always forget that the pool actually is pretty huge. Especially getting lockpicks. We're running a little low on keys and gems. Take the hallway. I guess we take hallway here. I really kind of want to take the solarium. If we had more gems, I'd be taking that. Gonna be mindful of my steps and open this door as well. There's the Mechanarium. We have 4 and this is 5. Mechanarium is 6. We're almost there. I think we do boudoir and go for this left way door. I mean, I'm thinking about it further and I'm like, we have so many dice. It is a gem though. And then we hope for big doors. The problem is we have to go north and then go south for Clara Epson's thing. Although we have many dice, so we can probably re-roll it. Maybe that's what we save our dice for. That makes sense to me, because we have 8 now. That's kind of nuts. I think that's the most dice I've ever had. I don't remember if a room costs gems. I guess we could look that up real quick. Room directory, bedroom. It does not. Which is good, because it's already hard enough to find. Big doors, okay. This is kind of rough, but I think it might be the play. And then we go west again. And then we search for a south door and then re-roll on that door for her room. We're really hurting on gems and it's kind of scary. I acknowledge this, which is why we're going to only open the doors that we need to for this plan to work. That's not what we're looking for. Actually, this is not a terrible dark room because we can play with the breaker box. It's many doors. Let me just think this through, because that's like 10 steps back and forth. We do have kitchens still that we didn't even open, and some decent money. As well as investment, no coupon book, but we have salt. Okay. So I think I convinced myself we're gonna do this darkroom thing. And it's naturally off, which means that we can't see what we draft. And by naturally I'm off, I mean we turned it off. I'm still trying to figure out the rules with that. It seems like no matter what you do with this breaker switch, you're gonna need to come back, because it starts on and then I turned it off, which is not good. So, but if I left it on, I would enter the room and then the dark room would go out. That's how it works. So it's a little unfortunate. Trying to think of cheeky things. We might be able to save a step if we go out the garage instead of if we have to leave, but just kind of looking at the layout, scratching my ear. So now we come back here having wasted our 10 steps. We actually got a gem back, which is nice. And then now this is the big moment. Here it is. We only had to do it once. It's beautiful. Oh, we get gems for walk-in too if we go back there. And boudoir, we get steps. This is a crazy Clara Epson run. Does it ever end? Does it never end? Okay. We do know she's into, we'll say, astronomy. Astrology? Maybe both. We got the key. The ladyship's sleep diary. Okay, time to start copying some pages. I thought she would be writing this in another language. I'm glad she did not. So this is written in 79, January 17th. My dear diary, after countless sleepless nights and failed home remedies, my physician has urged me to document my sleeping routines in the various bedrooms of our estate. It is his hope that by tracking the caliber and length of my sleep in each room, together we may come to a deeper understanding of my condition and perhaps with luck find a more favorable environment in which I might finally find some amount of rest. So she's suffering with restlessness. All right. So this is the day after. My dear diary, to begin, I thought it best to start with my own room, despite already knowing how unsuitable it has been for my sleep as of late. Perhaps it is all the old memories that linger here, as it is impossible not to think of my home among so many mementos of my youth. Nonetheless, I find comfort in gazing at the stars before dozing off, and it pains me to consider that if this trial is successful, it may be one of the final occasions that I sleep here. Clara. Sleep duration, 2.5 hours, quality, peaceful despite brief or brevity. Observable effects, I awoke the following morning with 10 less steps, but also observed an additional star in the sky. Wait, is she implying if you end your run in a bedroom, you have different effects? Is that what this is? My dearest diary, last night I retired to the guest room as I have yet to gain the courage to ask anyone to surrender their room to me even for a night. This bedroom is a cozy space, normally reserved for guests staying the weekend. However, I find despite having a choice between two beds that neither prove to be very comfortable. I must speak with Herbert about this, as our guest deserves, at the very least, as much comfort in their stay as we have. Clara. Geist bedroom. Sleep duration 4 hours. Very fragmented. Observable effects. Nothing special. But what if it's a Geist bedroom? What if I want to sleep with the ghost? I wonder if that changes anything. I wonder if I should do an experiment. My dear diary, it was strange to sleep in the childhood room of my late husband. The room was just as I'd imagined it from the stories he told me of growing up with an elder brother. Herbert informed me that the room has remained untouched, almost identical to when they both occupied it. To avoid any accidents, I slept in the bottom bunk, as climbing ladders is not as easy as it used to be. Despite my exhaustion, my thoughts of Simon kept me up throughout most of the night. The bunk room, sleep duration twice the usual, quality 2 times as restless. Observable effects. The next morning, I went to the family tomb to revisit his grave and was surprised to find a flower already laid. Huh. What does that mean? It's one of those things where it's like, is that a clue or is that like just a little piece of lore? You know what I mean? 2 days later, I could not bring myself to ask Hartley directly if I could borrow his room for my sleep study. The mere thought of it was mortifying. Instead, I decided to roll the die, as he often puts it, and wait for his night off to sneak into his room to nap. The experience of sleeping in a servant's room was thrilling, but the fear of getting caught was overwhelming. Every little noise startled me, and I couldn't manage to sleep for more than a few moments, fearing Hartley would return at any time. Sleep duration perhaps 1 hour, quality terrible. Effects about half the steps the following day. I also discovered a stray die had found its way into my pocket, which was hardly shocking given Hartley's history. Ooh, is he a gambler? That's interesting. I wonder, like, again, is this gonna half your steps if you sleep in the servant's bedroom but then you start with a dice? Is that what that means? My dear diary, I have to confess that I was initially hesitant to spend the night in the Baron's room. It's extravagantly showy, with every surface adorned with gold and every piece of furniture so large it almost seems comical. But as I lay down on the enormous bed, I was surprised to find that I felt entirely at ease. Even the absurdly oversized pillows were somehow comfortable, propping me up just right so that I didn't feel any strain on my neck or back. I'd slept more soundly than I have in weeks, and I woke up feeling genuinely rested for the first time in what feels like forever. 8 whole hours of sleep, the best in many months. Observable effects. I woke feeling very refreshed with more energy and more steps than normal. Cool. Alright, a couple days later, as fate would have it, just as I had begun to make progress in my quest of slumber, a most joyous event has interrupted my progress. My beloved daughter has given birth to a son, and has requested my presence in town to assist her during this exciting but demanding time. For now, I shall take my leave of the bedrooms of Mount Holly, but I am certain, dear diary, that one day I shall return. Lady Clara Epson, grandmother. Cute. What? This is the West Path. What? What the heck could this possibly mean? This is unquestionably the west bridge. The west path. This is where the garage would be. Okay, well, at the very least, we used her diary key. Getting a little low on steps now. And keys and gems. Get a key back from drawing room. Just go sauna? I mean, we might get a gem out of it, I guess. We don't necessarily need that door up there. Let's go sauna. There's a gem inside. The old dark room into grandma's bedroom into sauna. Maybe we can get another nice dead end here. If we could power up this laundry room, that'd be pretty cool. It require us... I don't even think we can, really. We would need another electric eel aquarium. We take laundry room because it's dead end no matter what. Also a key, which is nice. Because we don't need to do any of these necessarily yet. One more door here. If this is a dead end, it's not actually that terrible, but I kind of prefer it wouldn't be, I guess. This is a pretty weird house that we got going here. We are going to get some steps and gems from boudoir and walk-in closet. Let's just redraw this. This is not good. This seems better. Probably just pump room, right? It goes with our strategies. Maybe we can link up with foundation. Corridor's okay too. It's one of these two, but this one actually has theoretical benefits. The question is... do we go back? And I think the answer is yes. Take our steps back here. We probably go to walk-in first because it's right here. And we need these gems. Let's go observatory. Although pool hall is okay too, I recognize. Oh, there's a trunk here. That's the skull, that's a dead end skull. Can I just not take it? I mean, I guess it's not a bad dead end right here. Maybe I do take it. Is that nuts? Draxus the Dead. Why? This lockpick has very much not worked out. Do we just go for crazy dice play? Kind of don't see why not. It sucks that we want to go back to kitchen. We have to like go all the way back. Die. Aw. Cute. It does seem like the Geist bedroom. I didn't know there could be a window here. I guess it makes sense. It can only have dice. It, like, nerfed other potential items, perhaps. We got crazy dice. So much dice that study seems comical. I think we have to take hallway here for doors. Low key, this is kind of crazy. I would kind of want to see a chamber of mirrors. Is that nuts? We could always use more keys. Not a terrible dead end. We still don't know what we're doing here. Do we maybe want to be in this room at this time? That's a weird thing to think about. It's like 1:30-ish. Oh no, we got the thing. What time is it? Actually, wait, it's like 1:30-ish. Did that do anything? Yo, wait, what? Another case of like, is it a clue or is it just, you know, a little piece of detailing in the world? And we still have this thing up top. Okay, we're not leaving this room yet, at least, so we can see what's going on here, I think. What? An alternate staircase? Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! It's so funny. I started this episode being like, I don't even know what to do with the clock tower. Well, we found the clock tower puzzle. Does it relate to the card upstairs is my question. Oh my gosh. Let me just read through these real quick. This one's real because it's handwritten on a red note. So this one, the clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. I'm hoping that means it starts low and then goes high. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same three numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, well that's actually huge info, because it can't be 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I don't know why I did in that order. So that means, obviously, it's gotta be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can't be 10 either. So yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. That's huge info if that's real. This clock should not be set on the hour, which is wrong, so it should be set on the hour. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. If this one's got to be on the hour, then this one's got to be 7. Why are these the buttons? M and H? Like, I guess. So if this is 7, set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. And it's got to have a 7 in there. Five of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. I'm glad none of these are green, because I still don't understand the rules of green, but my understanding is blue is right, red is wrong, unless it's handwritten. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. Yeah, thanks. In ascending order. If this one's got to be 7 on the hour, this clock should be set to contain the same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. And this one, say they have to go up. And again, it can't go past 9. So we'll say this is the latest a clock can be, and it's 9. I don't know if I really want to try solving this puzzle immediately, but I guess we're kind of like, we're here. 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. Can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Has to be ascending. Some of them have to be on the hour. So maybe this one's got to be 8. If 5 of them have to be on the hour, you know, then I think it's a good start to like maybe set some of them. Which means this one has to be 8:30-ish. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers is wrong. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. That's kind of crazy. So this one has to be like 5:57. Because it doesn't have all different numbers, and it has a 7. Let's set this one at 5 as the earliest. At 5 o'clock. This one I also don't know. So we'll set this one at 5:30 for the moment. This one's 5:57. This one might be 6. Just gotta press M 30 times, don't mind me. Oh, you can hold. I just realized it says that. 7, 8, 8:30, 9. So we're actually kind of close if we think about it. So let's go through. Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. Correct. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. That is wrong. So we have 5:57, 2 of the same numbers. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing 7, 57, 7 o'clock. This clock should not be set on the hour, which is incorrect. So it should be, and it is. None of these clocks should be set to times that contains 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just double check that. 8:30 does not actually work. 5:30 does not actually work. So we have to go to like 5:50. I forgot about that aspect. 8:50, 9. Okay. This clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. This is the tricky one. $5:57. So can we go 7:55? But then this one has to be reduced. None of the clocks can be set the same. It has to be 7 here, though. And the 7 can only be in the final slot. which means this clock has to be 7 as well. Because 7 can't go in the tens digit, obviously. In reverse order, so 755, 557. That's correct, but there's something off with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're so close, but one of these, like, these are wrong. We're so close. We're so close, man. This clock should be set to the time it contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, but in reverse order. Can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. 5. I'm like thinking about cranking this up, or one of these up, but then that doesn't work for this. This has to be 755 or 757 or like 756, 758. It has to be something like that. And this is the only one that, I guess it doesn't have to be different number, but it has to have a 7 in here. And I don't think it can go beyond 5 p.m. I guess this one doesn't necessarily have to be 6. This one could be... No... Because this one has to be on the hour, so this one has to be 7. This one doesn't have to be 8. But one of these is wrong then. Because 5 of them have to be on the hour. Why does it give you the on the hour clue for here, but not over here? Ending in 00. 0. 1, no, I'm doing this again. 2, 3, 4, 5. And it can't be 10 o'clock. Or 11 or 12 or 1, 2, or 3 or 4. So it's gotta be 5 to 9. I feel like I'm missing a key piece of information here. It's kind of upsetting me. I thought we were cooking. I thought we were so close, but these 2 clocks are not ticking to me. Same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reverse order. I don't like this. Again, we're so close. This can't be like set to 8. If this could be 5:58, this would make it so easy, but it can't. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. Because the rest of them are rounded off. Except for this one. This has got to be 7. I'm getting a little flooded, a little tilted, man. Cause I'm like, oh, what if we change this to 5:58? And then this is, you know, 8:55 instead. But it doesn't work like that. Because this damn 5:57, 5:58 doesn't work. And it can't be 5:40. I guess it could be like 5:07, something like that. Which I mean that's 7:05. It still doesn't make sense though. Wait, this doesn't have to be 7, so it's 5:08, this can be 8:05. And this can go back to 8. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, the sanctum key. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, I did not expect us to solve that. Coming in here. Whew. I still don't. Can I just see this again? 5:08, 5:57, 6, 7, 8, 8:05, 9. Okay, no, it made all of them make sense now. I was hung up on this. That's a good puzzle. I was hung up on this 5:57 for so long, when all it is 5:08, or rather, no, it has to be 5:08 because it has to be 8:05. Okay. Now we go back up. And now I don't feel pressured to draft this dang clock tower all the time. Although this item right here is pretty neat, I will say. That said, I don't know what this means. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, rogue like a moon in the north. Eastward I see a crow, darker the days coming forth. It even has the time on the card. For the next 1 minute, you will not lose steps when entering rooms, keys when opening doors, or gems when drafting special rooms. Go, go, go! They really do this to you. That's so funny. Wasting 15 seconds. I don't even know where I'm going. I guess here. Big hallway. Go lab. Mechanarium. We redraw. Decent weight room. We're losing steps, I recognize. Yes. Yeah. What happened to my... Okay, it just accepted. My mouse, like, disappeared. It was a nice dining room. It was a decent, stopwatch. We are pretty low on steps as a result of this weight room, though. We did get our dining room, though. What's going on here? What am I missing? Is it just the lunchbox? It must be the lunchbox. There was something in the lab we missed too, though. Ooh, we do have a boiler room. Country stew pie. I could go for that right now. Although it's a little early, it's still lunchtime. Okay, we got our steps back. Weight room was pretty good. It did not hurt us that much. Can't lockpick. Can't lockpick. Oh my gosh, really? How many hallways did we draft today? Ooh, 4. We're gonna have 5 tomorrow. 3 in a row right here. I guess we go down. Nice amount of steps all of a sudden too. Shoutouts to Joya in the dining room. Unfortunately, with us having this sanctum key, it does mean that I'm gonna try to solve one of these dang puzzles again. What happened here where I rotated this? I don't understand. Because I didn't go upstairs. Was it because the game was patched? It might have been, actually, now that I think about it. Because it had an update, and then I was going to play last night, but my internet was crapping out, so I couldn't play this because it had to be updated. Xbox wouldn't allow me to play the old version. So instead I started Clair Obscur Expedition 33 instead, which is a very good game. I was enjoying myself quite a bit, but still very early on. I want to play more. I will probably play more after this, even though I think the way these runs are going now, I need to get out while I'm ahead. If I'm making stuff happen in one run, I shouldn't commit further, is how I feel about it now. So this is Vera. This is Morajai, and this is Arc Ares. These are the last 3. What do we know about Arc Ares? It's mountainous. What do we know about Morajai? They use sea travel. What do we know about Vera? They use turtleback travel. Let's go into Costa Rica again. Man, I don't even know where to start with some of these. Hello? Oh, no, I was attached to it. I'm trying to use the keyboard. How did I press the button there? Okay, I think I get it now. I believe that's agricultural. We're looking for academic, but also we need to rotate the other things first. And this one's orange, which is triangles. The problem is we No, they're the air travel people, right? No, that's Nuance. We don't know how they travel. We know it is a snowy, mountainous region of academics with the orange color. Oh, this is kind of annoying me. I'm pulling out the controller. Even with the controller, the WASD, it's not enough. Right, so we don't know the method of transportation, so... We're looking for... Snowy. Oh my god, and every time I click off the screen, it messes with the controllers. Okay, that's snowy. Wait, did the game just crash? No, I just pressed it too fast. I was so concerned for a moment. I'll tabbed. We're looking for academic, which is this. Like, these are like books, I guess. Orange is triangles. Unfortunately, we are going to have to do this every single time because we don't know the method of transportation. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. I suppose there's some we could be dismissing or ruling out. But where's the fun in that? I like pressing buttons. This one's turtleback. This one's not right. Is this turtleback? I'll double check. Yeah. So we're not even gonna try this. This one's naval. Oh, it's roads. That's funny that it conveniently lined itself up like that. Alright, drop the controller. They invented furnaces or something. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities the further we travel up in the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. P.S. I ended up forsaking all but one of my books. Once again, I do not have a magnifying glass for this stamp here, which is unfortunate. It's cool. Literally, figuratively. I think we go to Vera next, since he just mentioned it's sweltering. The University Variation. Far from the port towns of the lesser islands, the academies of Costa Rica were among the last strongholds where the puzzle box fad spread. Unlike other realms whose regional rule variations emerged organically over time, the students of Costa Rica design orange tiles by committee, voting on students' submitted designs and picking the one they best felt represented the realm. When these tiles are pressed, if the majority of adjacent tiles share a color, then the pressed tile will change to that color. I don't remember what purple does. My tummy is rumbling. I thought you might have heard that. That's how bad it was. I'm gonna go into Raja. which is this one. I just want to clarify what purple does. When violet tiles are pressed, they move south. When violet tiles are pressed, they move south. When Clara Epson's pressed, she wants to go home. When Mary is pressed, she also went to Araja after her criminal heist. Oops. That's fine. This is actually really easy. He says before messing it up. Low key, I might have actually messed it up. Do not press this purple. This purple will actually mess things up. Low key, I think I'm kind of stuck. I just need an orange right here, but oranges don't move themselves. Okay. I'm stumped a little bit. Thinking real hard about this. Also have to adjust my mic. Okay. We're almost there, almost there. Hmm. Not quite there. Why is this one so tricky? I like this purple in the center. I don't know what else I would want in the center, but this is not accomplishing what I wanted to. Oh my god. I recognize I'm kind of just spinning my wheels. Allow me to spin, please. Is it screwed? I think it's screwed. Oh my god. Okay, we need the purples up top. Which means we do this shenanigans. Something like this. I need this orange one out, I think. Out of the center. Oh my god, I'm so confused. So close. We're so close. I just put it back in the center. Crap. And now I'm just pressing buttons. I feel like I'm twiddling my thumbs here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't press this purple, because the green can never escape. Oh boy. Okay. I am slowly going crazy. Oh my gosh. That was so much work. Oh my. Okay, we're gonna just do a brief tally of these rooms. I know we solved these, but I'm just gonna double check. Yeah. Because I don't remember which ones I've done and which ones I've not. I don't think I've done this one. Yeah. Okay, so now we understand how orange works. You click red, blacks turn to white, or blacks turn to red, whites turn to black. Problem is we need the greens and black to be able to move pieces, right? Is there a way to get green in the middle row at all? I don't think there is. White does nothing. Get the white up there. Do I want to make more green? I gotta make a green. Is that actually the thing? You solve one, you're like, oh, I got this. He did not, in fact, have this. Okay, we got an extra green. The rest of these have to be red. Problem is, I don't know how to move into this middle row or out of this middle row. I don't think there's a way to do that. Now we got the Christmas block, but again, we can only move certain pieces, and that's it. This box might remain unsolved for a while. I don't see myself solving that at the moment. I don't really want to. I've spent enough time down here. It's been this hour. This video's been an hour and a half, and there's still more to do. I kind of don't want to do Arc Aries. We've done a Raja for sure. I can't believe the one we're missing is Fen Aries, the one we can't complete. We just did Costa Rica. This is Nuance. We didn't finish Nuance. Problem is these damn orange tiles again. We need to convert the oranges to greens. I screw myself? I feel like I did. Yeah, because the purple can't go anywhere. Oh, man. This is, like, annoying. Slowly losing my mind. We need the purple up there eventually. Ah. I'm so close, but not close enough. I think I just lost. Because once the purple gets down here, once the purple and black are separated, it's oh, man. At least I have an opening for some of this. Oh, because there's white as well. I need to do something like this. Then how do I get to middle row again? Something like this? No. I'm so confused. My brain's hurting. I need to get this green down. I have no idea how to do that. Now I need to get the black down. We did it. Oh my gosh. All that again for an allowance. We got 45. We saw the Sanctum key. Let's go use it. We're going with Vera. So we know one thing for certain. They travel on Turtleback. Which will be the last of these options. It's hot. Don't remember exactly which ray it is. Apologies. Heat is wavy lines. Oh no, I messed with the transportation. That's what happens when you click off. Okay, wavy lines. Problem is, do we know the color of Vera? I don't think we do. It's orange on the stamp, but I don't think that's true. Is it yellow, maybe? Because Arc Aries is blue. No, Morajai is blue. What color is Arc Aries? Yellow. There's only 6 colors, though. What are the colors are we missing? Because there's 8 nations. I think there's 8 colors. There's only 6 colors on the lookout. What I was just looking at there. Back to Realm and Rune. Look at all the colors again. There are 8 colors. Black, red, we know. Violet's a Raja. Is it pink? Let's try pink. Assuming this works, why is it not working? Hello? I think this is the same issue I was having on the keyboard. There we go. What the heck? This is pink. Because it's not yellow. That's Arc Aries. Is it white? What is white? I don't think we've had a white yet. And also, we don't know what kind of peoples they are. Well, we're gonna cycle through these. You know, they're probably nomadic or tribal. Oh, they're spiritual, I think, is what that means. Just double check. It is. Spiritual, pink, travel on turtles, and it's hot. Okay. Despite my prejudice against Mother Nature, I own that I have deeply loved my time here at Vera. The memories of the youthful trip I took here with my brother have been relentless, and as I've gotten older, I find less and less occasion to recollect on such trivial pleasures. One thing I do remember vividly, which has not lost a single speck of charm, are the famous turtles. Each visitor of Vera, upon arriving, is lent one of these hard-shell friends for the duration of their stay to serve as both steed, guide, and companion. I'm still under the spell of the island life, even if the weather here is much more severe than it was on Morajai. All right, we're getting pretty close to solving these puzzles here. We might even be able to get close enough to brute force them soon, which is interesting. Long run we got going here. And we're continuing it further by playing with this Morajai box. Thought I saw something. It's just a weird lighting. While Morajai boxes were never as popular in Vera as the other realms, pink tiles were eventually introduced based on the Veran people's devout respect to the sacred circle. When these tiles are pressed, all adjacent and diagonal tiles rotate around the pressed tile. That'll go gray if I click that. Almost. Just like that. All right, much easier that time. Okay. So we've used our Sanctum key. We've hit the switch. We got 2 more deaths left, which is Morajai and Arc Ares. We'll probably do Morajai next, because we know a little bit more about that. We somewhat know the order that he took. Maybe. Morajai was earlier than Vera, which was earlier than Kororika. And the last one and the first one were Fen Ares / Arinda Ares, which leaves Arc Ares on Araja. But I believe we actually have a clue on Araja as well. Arc Ares being, of course, the one up in the air, because we don't have that Sanctum open. Which means maybe we should open that one next, but what else we got? We still got potential. This run has gone on for a while. It is now noon. I need to eat some lunch soon. But I can definitely play a bit more. Like I said, we're accomplishing things. I'm going to be happy to leave this run no matter how we go, because we solved some things. Diary key has been opened. Rather, the diary has been opened with the key. We probably go quickly into the room 46. And I'm like tempted. Do we try to brute force this? Like, we don't have to, but we could theoretically. Because like I said, we know 1 and 8. I'm gonna pull out all these postcards now. So Morajai might have been second. Let's see what we have for Araja. I was a little disappointed by there not been a drop in range during my time, and as every Arajan story I've heard has begun with the rains, I suppose the antidotes make it on this trip will have to do without the flavorful settings. However, even without the rains, the puddles and the ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. So Raja could be 2. What about nuance? Where'd I put that nuance? I don't think I have it. I didn't save it. Or maybe I put it in a different category. Might have. You might have went to the big one. I'm gonna be scrolling a little while, I think. Looking for a postcard. That's unfortunate. It seems like I didn't save the nuance postcard. I think we have enough information that, like, if I really want to, I think I could brute force this. I just don't think that's necessarily what I should be doing. It's unfortunate that apparently I did not save that. Unless it's in this last category, and I don't think it is. No. So I was looking for nuance. Morajai, Vera, Kororika, Arcaries. Yeah, we probably should just leave this for later. Once we get the Morajai postcard, I think it'll all make sense. And then I'll feel comfortable trying to brute force that a little bit more. Okay, we did get the crown. I guess we'll just go this way now. Doesn't really matter. Right, I forgot these doors are locked. It does matter, in fact. We got enough steps that we can mismanage them a little bit. Whatever, let's use this. We reroll. We have a lot of money. No keys left. There's the axe. We definitely just buy the axe. And then the rooms that which the axe are huge value are getting lower and lower. I think trophy room is still one of them. It's trophy room passageway. Cloister. You know, I'm thinking it through and I'm like, trophy room goes insane. We're reducing the cost. It costs 5. And we'll get 8. And then if we ever see this 8 without the cost of 5, that's just huge boon, which means that we don't need to axe necessarily other things as much. Even though this is a rare room. I think we do this. It just makes the most sense to me. And then if we ever see this room, it makes it so passageways and cloisters are easier to afford. And I think we might actually not have a cost beyond 3 gems now. Drafting room costs 2. Sorry that I'm just kind of going through here. But like... Okay, we have Rotunda at 3, which we don't want to draft anyway. Like, I feel pretty good about this. Got the shield for red rooms, mace, we don't need. We just go library for door potential. The hell was that? One sec. Okay, apologies. I guess some kid hit a ball against my window. It didn't break or anything, so seems okay. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, I'm back. Vault. Library, reroll. We got 11 dice. We actually kind of need the keys. How many bedrooms we got? We got 4. This will be 5th. What if we take this bedroom and then servants' quarters? We got 10 dice. I'm only taking this bedroom because it's door. And we got car keys. I don't know if that's really going to help us. We got steps to maybe go back and use them. Unfortunately, the door is locked. So that might be the end of that. Unless we can go buy another or find another key somewhere. Okay, where are we going? Crazy. Hallways? Hallways back to start, go to garage. That clock tower is pretty nice. All things considered. Man, I'm hungry. This video's gone on long enough and I gotta edit it. I have a need to edit it. It's not that big of a deal, but you might as well. Skip past my figuring out what the heck happened with the bang on my window. I have had my window broken before, so that was my initial thought. Not gonna lie. We got a silver key. I guess we can go to Tomb. Also, there was that picture in Lady Clara's thing, her diary. It was over here. Also, I guess this hole is reburied. They don't want people finding it. Like, why did it imply there are other doors to these outer rooms? Again, I hate how it takes control over your camera. That's right. We also have that theoretical tech of ending our day in a bedroom. Oh yeah, there was a hole. Or like a dirt pile. Nice turn up. It was in Clara's room. Just thinking things over again in my head. Again, at the very least, we accomplished a couple things. What are the goals for the rest of this run? It'd be nice if we can actually open some of these last doors here. Not that it really matters too much. Oh yeah, we have a couple trunks from the observatory. More dice, more money. I was really hoping for keys there. Commissary only has gems. Can I make like advanced lockpick? This metal detector is not really doing much for us anymore anyway. Don't necessarily need to pop that, I guess. Bacon and eggs. Club sandwich. Let's just go no contact delivery. Actually, let's just reroll. It's not a bad freezer at all. And if we really want to, we can go back and sauna it. We have 13 dice. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Attic has keys, right? One gem, one key. 2 gem, magnifying glass. We could go back and get our stamps, I guess, now. Second key, gem coupon book. That's pretty good. Oh, you can't make fire now that we got the magnifying glass. I was like, oh, maybe we can make fire, but we don't really need to anyway. Okay, now the long path. Back. I guess maybe it'd be faster if I went through garage, I don't know. Or less steps. Not through there. Through all the hallways. Oh. The dig spot. We'll probably reroll for freezer. Eventually. Assuming we got all the doors we need. Man, this takes so long. Please. I'm hungry. We really want to take this into a freezer for sure. Let's see if this will unlock this bedroom with the... That's why I upgraded the pick there. Actually, probably want to buy these items now too. Just get the star. And red room protection in case we need it. Now it unlocks, that's nice. Wine cellar, drawing room. Locksmith. I mean, we don't need that many keys anymore. I guess we don't really need the gems, but theoretically if we're getting a freezer, then we probably want to take as many gems as we can. Maybe I should have re-rolled a little more greedy there. We have 11 dice. That's why I want to do a school run now, because with all these dice, it should be able to find classrooms so much easier. And then it gets exponentially kind of easier as you go, theoretically. Let's use the silver key here. We still have so many dice. I just want to see what we're going to get here. I could have sworn I just removed you from the pool. Did I not? These are the only options we have now. I mean, we might as well take the free drawing room. Not that we need to get our gem back here, but if we do get the freezer, then it'll be worth. This ended up being quite a bit longer of a run than I anticipated. Take the free redraw. We could go mailroom and set us up for tomorrow. Actually, there's probably letters we haven't seen either, and I just want to double check all my magnifying glasses as well. Plenty of gems. And then now we're really hoping for freezer for this last room. Just want to make sure we get all of them. Together we weather Arc Aries. So Arc Aries is stormy, actually. Okay, so we do know quite a bit about Arc Aries. It's probably like stormy metropolitan. We got the Vera stamp, of course. This is Morashai. What does it say on the Morashai? The White Sea of Yor? This is the Rinda Ares stamp that we can't see. Araja. Nuance. Morashai again. This is the Arinda Ares we haven't seen. And that's a picture of Arinda herself. Okay, so these are new letters now. Dear Simon, I've been running out of ideas on my own. Yesterday I asked Kirk Darren if he had any additional security device I could pass on, and to my surprise he gave me an envelope and directed me to include it to my next correspondence to you. I did not ask him what it contains, so I'll be very curious to hear from you after this is all over to find out whether it was any use or not. Until next time, Randolph. The safe code 4368. That's not true. The numbers 6, 7, and 9 do not appear in any of the fixed combinations of the safes on the estate. Oh, but 8 is included. Safe code 1213. Safe code D8. What does D8 mean? Because that's the one I know and it's handwritten. This is the study safe. There is a safe on rank 10. Wait, what? It's a green card. Oh my, I don't want to save these, but here I am. Unused memo. Safe code 4368 is red, so it's wrong. The numbers 6, 7, and 9 do not appear on any of the fixed safe codes, which seems correct so far. Out of all of them that we've done, safe code 1213 is definitely wrong. It's funny that safe code 1, 2, and 3 is wrong because that's like the year of the crest in the gem storage room. Safe code D8, did I get that one? I did. And there is a safe on rank 10, which might be what we open up if we solve the puzzle in there. I can't think of any reason you need to access the server administration controls before I return, but your father has mentioned your interest in computers, so I have a feeling you may be a bit more hands-on than your great uncle. You'll find the admin terminal in Blackbridge Grotto, a small cavern sealed much like the story, off of the East Drive. I believe I've previously explained how to restore power to the grotto in one of my earlier letters. However, keep in mind accessing the terminal requires an admin key. Unfortunately, I won't be able to set one up for you until I return, but your admin key will eventually be Joan S. First 4 letters of your name and family name. Or if you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. I'm sure we'll discuss it in greater detail when I return. Simon, if you do end up accessing the admin controls in the Blackbird Grotto, I'm sure you notice the sealed circular door to the left terminal. As you likely have already concluded for yourself, this door can only be opened if 3 different microchips are inserted in the central pedestal. Normally, all 3 microchips are kept secured in 3 other locations, but I decided to make it easy for you to have left one of the microchips in the grotto for ready access. However, you will need to find a new clue or 2 to find the others. I don't like that. Because I have found a new clue. Are you saying there's more to do with a new clue? I don't know if this means we're done with letters. It kind of seems like it. You will have to find a new clue or 2 to find the others. Kirk Darren is a pseudonym. And he's mentioned we can set up a pseudonym as well. Well, alright, let's see if we can get this freezer. And then we'll call this a run. I need to go eat. Definitely don't want any of these. I mean, morning room's okay. We want freezer, though. Again, we don't have vault key. Let's get the free reroll. It's not a bad treasure trove, probably. We don't need the money, though. Don't necessarily want these. Coat check library, servants' quarters. There's the freezer. I think we just take freezer. And we consider this a pretty good run, all things considered. And then if we're going to end anywhere, it should be in one of the bedrooms. Question is, which bedroom? She didn't mention boudoir. Ladyship's chambers, 10 less steps, but an additional star in the sky. Nothing from guest, but I don't know about Geist. She didn't say anything about normal bedroom either. Bunk room had like the family. She went to the tomb, had the flower. Servants is half steps with a dice. Master is more steps. We don't have master. So question is, bedroom or boudoir? Or Geist? Let's go boudoir. And see if anything happens for tomorrow. We're gonna have so many procs for tomorrow. It's gonna be a little weird to try to figure out what, if anything, changes. But I'm willing to give it a shot because we have no reason to end anywhere else, I don't think. Doing my last little check of like, is there anything else we can do with this run? And I think we've accomplished enough. The only other thing is we can go down in the basement and look at the stamps. But I don't really want to do that. We'll get a magnifying glass next run. I'm sure we'll find more Sanctum keys and have that opportunity again in future. Speaking of Sanctum keys, we need to figure out which are the last ones we need. Let me do that quickly before we end this run. There's a throne Sanctum key and a vault key for a Sanctum key, potentially. We're still missing 2 admin keys. As well as this castle puzzle in the chest room. I have no idea about that. We're still missing the tunnel room. I have no idea how to get that tunnel room. I might actually ask someone, because I've seen that other people have it, and they have it way earlier than I did, so I'm missing something clearly. Sorry, let me check this note again, and then I'll call it. Regarding the keys. First key is found here in the furthest rank. We got that. Second key locked up in the vault of a bank. We don't have that. Third is high up among all the clocks. We just got that. Fourth is down below beneath all the docks. That's reservoir. Fifth key is held by a king on the throne. We have no idea. Sixth is in a station left by one of your own. That's from the heist team in the safe house. The seventh is major if you draft it quite late. That's the music room. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. And that was the mechanarium. So we are just missing the fifth key held by a king on his throne and the second key locked tight in the vault of a bank. So at least we have a lead for one of them. The other one, I have no idea. It's held by a king on his throne. So yeah, I'm just gonna call this a day here. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll have our frozen assets tomorrow, among other things. We have enough benefits that I'm feeling pretty good about this, but I am just going to call this for today and probably not play more, at least for a little while. I want to go back to Expedition 33. Excited to play more of that. 30 items found. Kind of cool. Temporal Shopping Center of the Dead. We're going to have a lot of hallways tomorrow. As well as mailroom. Extra steps from sauna. This will be nice. It's kind of sad I didn't see Mechanarium again. I was really hoping for that Mechanarium. If one of these hallways was a Mechanarium, that would have been huge for us, but oh well. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.